Hey YouTube. You know what was awesome? Crushing the Cowboys. That's right. That was a great game. Everyone thought Dallas was the hottest team in the NFC and playing the best football in the league right now, and they've got a stifling defense, and Romo is maturing as a quarterback, and, well, those Vikings don't have much momentum. Nope. And he struggled down the stretch. I think the Cowboys are going to win this game. 34-3. Pow! Crushed them, and it was awesome. Loved watching that game. Loved every minute of it. And quickly, before I move on to the Saints, the whole piling on points at the end, controversy, everyone's already said everything that they can say about this, so I'm just going to throw one quick thing out there and move on. With 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the Vikings had the ball, and they were running Adrian Peterson up the middle. AP, up the middle. AP, up the middle. And the Cowboys were calling timeouts. AP up the middle, timeout Dallas. AP up the middle, timeout Dallas. Why did they do that? They wanted the ball back with as much time on the clock as possible. They're down 27-3 with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's a playoff game and they're playing to win, and I understand that, and it's a good thing to do. But if they're still playing to win, then the Vikings should continue to play to win. The game is not over until it's over. And so by calling those timeouts, the Cowboys were saying, we're not going to let you run out the clock on us. We're not going to let you mercifully end this game sooner. We're going to keep fighting. So, and I don't disagree with that, but if you're going to keep doing that, then the Vikings should try to score more points. And when they had the ball and they threw a touchdown pass on fourth down, it was fourth down. And it wasn't like fourth and inches, it was fourth and, 3? So it was a low percentage down, and it was a low percentage play, and it's one the Vikings have run a lot this year, and it was obvious, and I thought the Cowboys would see it coming, but they didn't stop it. So, I don't know, a field goal, they were in field goal range, and that would have been a sure thing. They could have kicked the field goal and made it 30-3, and some people might have complained at that, but instead they threw a pass. They did a lower percentage play to see if the Cowboys could stop them, and they didn't. So, boo-hoo, 34-3. Bam, take that. It was a convincing win, and very exciting to watch. So now, Minnesota dominated at home. They need to go on the road and try to get a victory in New Orleans. There are a lot of matchups to talk about here, and I'm not really going to discuss many of them. Here's what I will say. I like Adrian Peterson to have a big game if the Vikings win. I think that it's much more likely that they will win if Peterson does well. They can win without that, but he's been in the middle of a drought, and it would be great for him to have a huge game because the Saints don't have a stellar run defense, and if Minnesota can have long drives, then their defense can stay well rested and better suited to rush the passer, which brings me to my second point, put pressure on Brees. Got to do that to win the game. The secondary, love you guys, and you played great last week, but you're not good enough against New Orleans weapons and Drew Brees if Drew Brees has time. Fortunately for Minnesota, they've got a very, very mean pass rush, and it looks good for Vikings fans right now because of that. I don't know how this game is going to go. The home field advantage thing is huge, but you might remember a Vikings team 11 years ago having the home field advantage, being the 1 seed, hosting the 2 seed in the NFC Championship game, and being heavily favored and having that home field advantage, and the Falcons found a way. So you just never know what's going to happen. Here's what I would like to see, so I'm going to make it my official prediction. My prediction and what I hope will happen are the same thing this week. I see it being the Vikings game, it becoming almost a sure thing in the third quarter, or late in the third, early in the fourth. They'll be up 27-16. New Orleans will have only managed 3 field goals and a touchdown. And so 24-13. and Minnesota will score a touchdown to make it 31-14. Or, I'm sorry, 31-16. Am I confusing yet? The Saints will have 16. The Vikings will have 24. It'll be an 8-point game, and the Vikings will have the ball, chew up a lot of clock, and throw a touchdown to almost ice it. It'll be 31-16 at that point, Vikings. And the Saints will throw a garbage time touchdown with the game out of hand, and the final score will be 23 Saints, 31 Vikings. Will it happen? I don't know. Might this be the best game of football left for NFL fans to watch? Yes. I don't think Colts-Jets is going to be as good. It'll be interesting, but more people are going to watch Vikings-Saints. And then whoever wins plays whoever in the Super Bowl. That game might not be as good. I think that the Saints-Vikings game is very exciting, and I think it might be a Super Bowl in a way for both teams. That's how huge it is. I'm nervous. I'm looking forward to it. I'm nervous. But I think it's going to be fun. So, see what happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you after the game.